Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to today's webinar brought to you by ViTrox. My name is CJ and I will be your moderator today. We are so excited you guys were able to join us. Hello, so first of all, I would like to thank you all for joining us today, especially for those who are in a different time zone. And before we begin, let's hop to the next slide. There should be a couple of things for you to keep in mind throughout the presentation. Today's webinar will take approximately 14 minutes presentation and 15 minutes of Q&A sessions at the end of the presentation. All participants will be muted to smooth out the speaker's presentation. Raise hand will not be attended during the presentation. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please submit them in the Q&A feature at the bottom of the menu. Okay, so lastly, we'll finish this webinar with a webinar survey poll for you at the end to express your experience with us today. Today, our topic is Energy Management in Industry 4.0, presented to you by our V1 team and ViE Technology. Let me introduce you about the speakers. Here we have Sam Tan. He is the Business Development Manager from ViE Technologies, Electronic Communication System Division, ECS in acronym form. Next, we have Karen Savarimutu. She is our Senior Executive from ViTrox Technologies, Industry 4.0 and Ecosystem Development Team. Today, our speaker will introduce you to Energy Management in Industry 4.0. You will be able to understand the concept of energy management for the industrial environment. And we will also provide tips for you to monitor and analyze the energy data. So without further ado, let's start this presentation with Mr. Sam.
Hey, thank you, CJ. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam Tan. You may call me Sam. I appreciate the opportunity given by my company today as a speaker to share my knowledge to you regarding to the energy management in Industry 4.0. So let me have some short introduction about myself. I was an electrical maintenance engineer, an electrical hardware distributor, a sales engineer, and also a power electric switchboard production manager, which involved in 6,000 amp switchboard manufacturing since year 2000. After year 2003, I also involved in automation fields, which related to system designing, consulting, project management for machine automations, process automations, building automation, and also digital signage. With a total of 20 years experience, I have combined both energy system and also automation system with the trend of Industry 4.0 to help our clients on energy management to achieve cost saving. Currently, I'm a business development manager in ViE Technology, which is a subsidiary of ViTrox Corporation. So I appreciate your attending to our webinar today. It is really meaningful for us as we are able to connect almost 100 attendees into this platform and share our knowledge to you. Without further ado, let me start my presentations. These are the pictures that had been taken by one of our ViTrox founder, Mr. Steven Sell, during the MCO in the beginning of April. It was taken with a mobile camera and it is not edited at all. So you can see that the sky have never been that blue before. So clear and so blue. It just took 3 weeks of MCO to make it happen. I believe you can also feel that the air quality around us are better now compared to 2 months ago. Basically, almost all factories are closed during the MCO and the carbon footprint have been reduced tremendously within a month of time. It brings me to a thought here. If I would like my next generation to continue to breathe in good quality of air in the futures, what should I do? What can we contribute ourselves into? So we have talked about green energy for the past decade, but the development or the use of green energy or the renewable energy that, as your knowledge, are still very less compared to thermal power generation nowadays, which is using coal or natural gas to produce the energy. And I believe, of course, green energy generation may involve a lot of investment, which may not justify to your industry. We may not be able to control the energy generation, but I'm sure we can control through the usage of it, and it's called energy management. So how should we and where should we start? So actually we can start the action of this energy cost reduction from ourselves at home. Do you know, during the MCO, our electricity power provider, TNB, had actually given a relief discount package to our residential consumer, that if you're able to reduce the use of energy, you could gain more discount. So you can see on the right, there's a table. Within 0 to 200 kilowatt, you will have 50% of discount. So with today's technology, you can see the billings can be viewed online as well with the TNB webpage. So everything is digitalized. The information here are in your fingertips, and it helps to show you how much energy you spend monthly. I believe many of you may not know about, there are some discount from TNB too for industrial user like OPTR, the off-peak tariff rider, and also Sunday tariff rider. These information are very, very important when you review your usage and compare it to TNB discount and also industrial tariff. Let me share a short experience of mine, which actually involved in industrial energy saving during my first job 20 years ago. My first job after my graduation in year 2000 was an electrical engineer who is taking care of a few water treatment plants in Kuala Perlis and also Langkawi. So many of you may not know, with the increased development of in the Langkawi, they are not able to produce enough clean fresh water in their own use. They have no choice but have to get some treated fresh water from mainland, which is the nearest mainland is from Kuala Perlis. The treated water will send to Langkawi fresh water reservoir from Kuala Perlis through a submarine water pipe under the sea. You can see from the picture over here, it looks similar. It's a 4 units of 2000 kilowatt water pump inside the factory. So my daily routine at that time, 20 years ago, was to checking all necessary electrical status, including the power line from TNB, the electrical water pump, the backup batteries, the backup generators, records all the parameter downs in the book. Every month, I also help for the auditing for the electrical system together with the electrical consultant. All the data will keep in the books only, nothing else. We don't do any analysis. We don't keep it inside the computer. It's just a record to prove that all the electrical system is audited and is good condition. So, well, it happened only once where my superior at that time, he is an experienced retired B4 chargeman. So he did some analysis on the power usage by the water motor pump. He managed to change some method during the use of the pump and achieve energy cost saving with the same amount of water sent from Kuala Perlis to Langkawi. So you can see from the slide that I share over here, before that, normally we will run 2,000 kilowatt water pump for 3 hours to pump the fresh water from Kuala Perlis to Langkawi. And the energy consumption that you can see over here a day is 12,000 kilowatt. Okay, it's almost a 4,000 ringgit a day. And after we change the method of it, without investing any system, we turn off one pump, we prolong one pump timing from 3 hours to 4 hours, and it actually sending same amount of water from Kuala Perlis to Langkawi. So as you can see, with this simple action, actually you can achieve 30% and above saving. From here, you can see it's about 500,000 of ringgit that you can save just with the simple action. So this story share brings me to the topic today, energy management. It is very important to us to look into, and simple action, we can achieve a lot of energy cost saving. So what is energy management? So some people have this conception on energy management system, where energy management system will help them to reduce their energy consumption after they had installed it. The device that could instantly help on energy saving is energy saving device or energy saving system. And most of the products is using the theory of inductance or capacitance to stabilize the power, stabilize the incoming power from TNB, and improve the power factor to save the energy cost. Well, energy management is a process to tracking, monitoring, and managing the energy consumption. An energy management system is a system that enables us to manage the energy consumption efficiently. So there are some phases of energy management in Industrial 4.0. So like I shared in the beginning, I'm doing a traditional energy management. I track the health status and energy usage manually and keep it in the book until we wanted to study it. Modern energy monitoring involved in data visualizations and energy management standards. So this energy data could be downloaded manually from the digital power meters. And with the data, it helps you to visualize how was the energy used in your plant and also provide you some guideline to manage it. There's also some standard SOP that can guide you how to manage energy. You may need expertise and resources to analyze it because without technical knowledge, you won't know what to do with the data. So with Industrial 4.0 energy management, all data will be digitized. Manual downloading will not needed. It will automatically keep all the data in the database, and you are able to use the energy management system to do big data analysis and real-time monitoring as well. It's only trigger you when you need it, when he needed you to attend to the physicals, and also tells you what to do in order to use the energy more efficiently. With the big data and also AI, it will keep evaluating what is the best configuration for your energy usage. So let me share some information for the energy efficiency rating as well. Today, as you can see, for the consumer electrical products, normally you can find this energy efficiency rating for it. One of the good example is our light bulb that you can find in the market. On the box, you can see the label on rating on what is the guideline of the energy efficiency. You can also find another types of energy efficiency label down here when you buy an air conditioner. It tells you how much energy consumption you will use for the product itself with the efficiency compared with the 3-star product. Okay, this rating is a really great product marketing and also a good reference for the buyer to make decision easily. But most of the time, this is not the case for industrial equipment. We do not know what are the energy efficiency rating of the machines. So how normally industrial users make decision while purchasing industrial equipment? Cost. Okay, how much this machine costs? What is the maintenance cost in the future? The quality and reliability with their track record. What is the brand and its market positions? And what is the performance of the equipment, for example, the UPH unit per hour that it can produce. And most of the time, the energy consumption is the least of the consideration for the decision-making process. So for our home use, we do consider energy consumption of the devices during the purchase, but why industrial user did not consider it during the equipment purchase? But mainly is because of industrial equipment does not have such data, okay, to show that their equipment efficiency is either good or bad. Data was not collected, not standardized, and shared between equipment provider or any audit. The equipment is much more complicated than household equipment. The amount of energy that used vary from different products of production also. So if you are a equipment maker, you may find more and more end user are requesting the equipment energy efficiency of your products in the future, as more and more users right now are into ISO 50001. It is an energy management standard. So one of the criteria inside this ISO is they will need to evaluate the equipment energy efficiency seriously. So good news is if you have an energy management system ready, okay, either you are a machine maker, equipment maker, or the end user, you are able to track the usage of it. So how we implement next generation of energy management with our software? So as usual, when we implementing Industrial 4.0, there are a total of 3 steps: connect, visualize, and proact. So first step, connect. There are a lot of areas we might look into for energy management. So it depends on your industry, you may need to identify the key energy consumption area to work into. So for beginner, I believe many of you will ask, where should I start? The investment is huge. I don't know where to start. What should I do? So for beginner, if you are not sure which are the area to start, I suggest you should start at the main income by collecting the main incoming from TMB and evaluate your usage with it. Together, like what I have told you just now, the TMB tariff and the discounts. I'm sure it will tell you what to do next. All right. So after evaluating your usage from the main meter, you may look further into the particular area like the factories, chillers, ovens, boiler, or SMT line if you are in the semiconductor industry, or even the office, all right? So by connection, actually it involves digital ties. We need to convert all the data into digital for further process. So with today's technology, also the footsteps towards Industrial 4.0, we are able to use IoT device to measure, connect, and collect the usage or the status of the energy or environment for analysis. So IoT devices and sensors are common nowadays, easy to find, not a rocket science, and the cost is less compared to many years back. As long as the sensors and devices are using the standard open protocol, it should work fine with our system. I would not touch more on this area by today. All data would be managed by a gateway after we collect and send it back to the server for further process. So it depends on your IT resources or your management decisions. The server could be on-premise in local, or it could be cloud, because we have both of it. So all the data will be monitored in real time. Your electrical engineer or facility could focus more on data analysis to improve the power quality. The system helps analyze both real-time and historical data. So the second step is visualizations. Okay. So with the data connection been done, we are able to see the data in real time using our dashboard. So this real-time monitoring able to help user to monitor the energy usage easily by looking at the color of the meters. It will turn to yellow when it is morning, and it turns to red, which required immediate action, like you can see from the map. So all the dashboard layout and info can be customized according to your needs. The floor map on the right can tell you exactly where it happened, and it can help you to identify where is the exact location that you need to make a physical visit. So a part of energy usage data collection, actually, we do need some other data to analyze further. For example, for HVAC system, visualizing our manufacturing floor environment by collecting the important data like temperatures and humidity. It helps us to understand what is the behavior. Is the HVAC in good conditions? Or we may need the data to help us to do further energy reductions. So these are the details of data of temperature and humidity in our own manufacturing plant in ViE. It shows whether the HVAC system is working fine within the threshold or controlled environment. So by taking further step of visualizations, you may also visualize further, for example, building or blocks, or the usage category like lighting, HVAC, air compressor, and many more. And also, with all the analysis, actually it converts to simple graph and let you understand easily without doing anything like last time I used to use Excel sheet to accumulate all the data and do some calculation. No, by comparing the usage of it in real time, you will be able to know what is happening to your energy system. Just for example, yes, you can see on the bottom right, actually you can see the hourly usage analysis that we have been done. could identify which hour using the energy not reliably, and you can do something over there. Okay, so with this analysis, you can also calculate how much energy you use for each unit of product that you produce daily, provided the data link with your ERP system or your MES system. So for industrial user, I think one simple action, another 2 cents to you. One simple action you may look into is managing the maximum demand. So you have great saving from it, okay? So V1 energy monitoring able to detect and record the peak of the demand in the real time, following TNB standard calculation and trigger action if necessary. So the analysis will help to identify where is the peak energy usage occur and when it hits the maximum demands. I think with this planning, you can easily reduce 5 to 20% of your energy cost with the action, based on our experience. So with the flexibility of V1, we could also link with some solar system in the market, okay, to provide a full view of your energy generation. These are some important parameters like showing the carbon footprint that you have reduced, how much energy you have generated, and also how much you have earned or saved from the system. So there are more visualization that you can make with your own imagination. So V1 is flexible enough to show information that you wanted with better visualizations. So coming to the third step, alert plan help us to do detailed analysis without our own decision making. Okay, we put all the decision to the system, and actually you can get it to trigger the user when necessary as well. Okay, it has the flexibility that you can write down your own script for the alert plan if you want it. And the alert ticket can be generated automatically and sent via various of messengers like V1 app. We have created one for it, telegrams, WhatsApps, SNS, and email as well. So the ticket that generated can help you to record how fast your maintenance team take their action to the tickets, okay? Also to record the solution of it. And normally, like in ViTrox, we track our maintenance performance over here. So it's also helped to record the details of action for future reference as well. So this ticketing dashboard is able to help our maintenance teams to view how many tickets still open, and they can plan the priority from here as well. So other than that, from the ticket that generated or the solution that already done, the system will also help to analyze what are the issue happen. And also it will tell you which frequency is the highest, and you can actually plan more action on that. We also have the command center, so you can have the variety to make it dark mode or day mode. Basically, it could show the summary on all the visualization that I talked before. So it's not only reflected what is happening inside your factory, you can also relate it to external factors like weather forecast and predict what is next to your energy planning. So your management team or your facility can actually have a full view of energy usage by any time that they wanted. So from the story that I shared with you just now, there are some opportunity that you can find after you implement the energy management system. The first one is cost reduction, which could actually enhance your product competitiveness as you have reduced your operation costs. So as mentioned, it's a part of our responsibility to contribute to the society by reducing the carbon footprint that helps to taking care of our Mother Earth, okay? As you had contributed towards the society, you had improved your corporate image. Other than that, there's also green financing from the government and also rebate and offer from the energy provider. Actually, there are challenges. Sometimes it's simple and sometimes there are more complex issues to manage. So the challenges normally that we face is most of our customer doesn't have the expertise to analyze the energy data and also how to define the action towards it. Some customers, they wish to integrate with another management system standard like quality, environment standard, and safety, and so forth. So this is the difficulty parts. So a part of opportunity and challenges, when we look into details, having energy management will have several levels of benefit to your company too. With the factory level, you can actually use it for process rescheduling, review the supply contract for the electricity or other energy resource, reduce your operation costs for sure, provide a valuable insight of energy consumption, and also manage the load distribution as well. So for department level, you could quantify the improvement measurements, scheduling the energy intensive project, saving the benchmarking, and also quantify energy saving. For machine and equipment level, you are able to use the energy management system to forecast the energy usage, be part of your proactive maintenance, and also the system able to tell you what is the power quality data of it. So imagine if you get the same result with a system that help you to manage the data, trigger, analyze in real time, how much human resources is going to cost you if you don't have the system? With the same amount of cost, are you able to achieve with only human? How about the reliability? Can your people go to record your data no matter what the weather is? Bear in mind, consistent energy supply is very, very important to a factory, even office. For example, if the energy fail, it costs you much more money than you can imagine. So prevention is always better than awaiting it to happen. Energy management can start easy, and you can actually moving forward with industry concept into it. So the investment is definitely worth it with my experience. Some company had actually earned back their investment within a year, especially for the industrial user that have never touched on energy management before. So from the research and our own experience, basically 10 to 20% of energy saving can easily achieve for beginner. And with long run, energy improvement every year can reach 3 to 8% annually. So this is the end of my sharing. Thank you very much. And I shall pass my mic to CJ. Good day to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you for introducing us to the concept of energy management for the industrial environment. So next, let's welcome Ms. Karen to share with us tips for you to monitor and analyze the energy data. Hi, Karen.
Hi, CJ. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar today. Hope everybody is doing good. Okay, just to wrap up on what Sam has delivered just now, I hope everybody will get some idea on how to implement or get on board, just a starter to be encouraging you all to be experiencing everyone into energy monitoring and also energy savings. I just like to share one of the stories that is not a story, it's an incident actually. This is the incident that happened in India, which the news was broadcasted yesterday, where there was a leakage of gas in one of the factories. So why it happened is that because there is no monitoring, or there is no people who have been observing what's happening in the factory, because due to the COVID pandemic, no one is working at the factory, so it's left just like that. So what happened is that this incident actually killed about 11 people in India because of no monitoring was done. So I was thinking that if this system would have been implemented in that particular factory, this 11 lives would have saved. So much so important that we need to have monitoring equipments that is equipped in our factory, which is very important, not only to save a lot of lives, but it also makes an easier method for us to make sure that things are in order, so that there are a lot of preventive actions that you're able to take. You can save a lot, not only people, your factory, your environment, and also the organizations and everywhere that you are living. So I hope that everybody takes something seriously, take back this as a serious measurements that you should have implement, at least start to implement this in your plants or in your factories, as this is very important. So let's go to the introduction of V1. What does V1 actually do? Okay. Sam has delivered the topics on the energy monitoring. So let me talk about what does actually V1 does. It has a lot of opportunities for collecting data and also visualize all your data into a lot of visualization charts and analytics, and then provide you a lot of preventive, predictive, and preventive measurements for you to take actions. So this is very good platform for you to put in your data, whatever data that you have, visualize it so that you can proact it according to your fundamental things that you want to do it in your businesses. How to implement? Okay, when we talk about, okay, we have such product, we have such software, but how to implement? A lot of people will be asking questions. Okay, now if I want to start up on the energy monitoring side, what should I do? Okay, simple. Okay, you just have to identify, or you have to consult with us. Okay, this is my current system, and what do I have to put in? What are the hardwares? What are the devices or sensors or controllers that I need to buy and implement it in order for me to monitor and manage my energy? Okay, so we will check it out. We will come to your place, or you can even give us informations on what you have currently and what do you want to do it, and we will consult you. We will advise you what is appropriate methods or what appropriate equipment for you to connect so that you can able to visualize all your data and proact accordingly. So if you see connect, visualize, proact. So this is the mission that we want to look forward. There is no point of you having a lot of data in your system or collecting in even an Excel, but what do you want to make sure that this data can benefit you? That is the most important thing. So that's the reason we want to connect, visualize, and make sure those data that is being visualized able to provide for you. All right. So data management connectivity is also important. A lot of people have different types of data, different types of applications, data entries, maybe manually or automatically. This is also a consideration that we need to look about. Okay, so we will normally analyze what type of data that you have, and then we will put in and classify those data into a particular format or even a storage so that you can able to visualize all your data that is collected from your even a SQL, even an Excel format. We're able to collect your data, send it to the storage server, and visualize it using the V1 data lake, or also using V1 cloud. So this is also applicable. Okay, talking about data sources, there's a lot of various data sources that we have in the market and that we are using it on a daily basis. So what we do is that I have various types of data sources. So how do I automate this thing? How do I put my data into visualizations? No problems. We always have the methods, how to guide you, how to make sure that your data is able to be visualized. So all these particular data, you can talk about SQL, you have MySQL, all these data are able to be connected. So no worries on the data source. Data digitalization, this is very important. A lot of times that when we go to the power plant or even in monitoring our energy, how do we get this data digitalized? Most of the times we have a lot of forms. We keep on filling up the forms manually and then passing it to a data center or even a data entry clerks for them to key in. By the time they key in and then by the time you get the real data, it's going to be very late for you. Prevent or to make sure that you can take a lot of actions towards preventing something. So what is the mission here to digitalize your data is to make sure that every information is on a real time and there is no duplication. You cannot manipulate your data. So that is the importance that we want to make sure whatever data that you have has to be digitalized, as in very good method that you can see over here. We can digitalize your data collections from your machines or even your devices that we are connected from, and then we visualize it for you. All right. So don't worry about how can I digitalize my data. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of devices, sensors, and IoT things that it's available in the market that we can help you out to make this successful. Okay, talking about the control center, I think Sam have also covered earlier on how can a command center control triggering and also ticketing for you. Like an example that I show over here is that when we there have an abnormalities in certain sensors, like maybe your temperature is high, or maybe the power consumption is too high at particular equipments or particular machines, how could you control this? So your ticketing, your triggering alert will be much helpful for you to manage this. So that's one of the reasons that we set up a control center for you to trigger, to alarm you before an abnormalities or before certain incidents. You can set your parameters according to your processes and procedures so that you will know if before certain incidents happens, you'll be able to control it. You'll be able to take action on that. So this is the control center system that we have in terms of alert triggering and also e-ticketing, where you can visualize it on your desktop, on your laptop, or even using your mobile. And you can also make it a summarization when you want to monitor certain things. What are the activities are pending, which tickets are pending, which one is in progress, how many tickets has been churn out for the day, what are the issues that's happening every day or every hours. So this makes you to be proactive in terms of whether you need to do a lot of maintenance in certain areas, or do you have to upskill your talents of your engineers or technicians so that you can do a lot of information improvements, and also you can qualify your qualities of productivities that's happening in your plant or factory. We are also working with a lot of technology solution collaboration partners. A part of them is MDEC. We are also doing a lot of collaboration programs with PSDC, CIRIM, HSHRDC, and also MPC. So there's a lot of collaborations out there that we help out a lot of companies, SMEs, and also local large companies together into this energy monitoring. Okay, let's talk about this package. Okay, we have a lot of packages available in V1. We have two types. One is on-premise, another one is cloud. So it depends on how do you want to generate your package. How do you want to put in your data? Whether you want to put it on your premise or you want to put it on the cloud. So if you want to ask me, why should I take up for on-premise, or why should I go for on cloud? Okay, you can see some comparison that is shown in this slide. You see, if you talk about software, we have to go for licensing. If you're talking about on-premises, you need to do a lot of customizations, implementations, or you need to invest into hardware or some IT personnel to take care of that. And then you need to do, of course, when you have a server, you need to do maintenance, and you need to train someone to take care of that particular service and how it goes on. But when you talk about cloud, cloud is very simple. It's just you have to subscribe it. We will do the implementation. We will connect it to your database. You just have to do some customization here and there, and we will provide you with the e-learning portal for you to learn online. Okay, so it's much more easier for you to implement on cloud when you compare to on-premise. But again, as I said, it depends on the company's requirements, how they want to turn this. Okay, these are the packages that we are offering for SMEs. We have a few packages that you can look around. If you are interested and you want to know more, you can email to us anytime or give us a call. We will be able to consult you based on your company's or your structure requirements, so which one will be appropriate one for you to be using. We also have another package on the cloud. Currently, we are offering 20% discount considering and also helping as an assistant for all this COVID-19 pandemic that is going on, which we believe that a lot of SMEs has been having a lot of issues in terms of financial and also startups and so on. So not to worry about this. You have a 20% discount when you want to implement with us. Okay, this is a part of when I say that you can do it yourself. It's a DIY thing. We are able to provide you with the online platform where we call it digital learning, where you can log into this website and you learn how to use V1. How can you visualize your data using V1? So there are a lot of chapters available in our e-learning portal where we go by a lot of videos and giving you a lot of information from A to Z. Even people without an IT knowledge, by going through our videos and also the documents that we have, they will be able to do it by themselves. So you don't need to have an IT department or IT personnel to be doing this. A simple knowledge will able to help you out on developing this. Okay, so these are the available courses that we are having now with the charting fundamental, how to visualize using V1. And we also upcoming, we have e-ticketing visualization with V1. Alert plan triggering, how to configure your alert plan triggering using V1. And also connect application. Like I say, if you have a certain hardware and you think that you are able to do it with your hardware connection, you don't need any system integrators. You do not need hardware people to come in and then support you with the hardware. You can also do this. So we can churn you out with some information on how to do the connectivity with our application or our software. As a wrap up, for today's participation, we have a special token of appreciation to all our participation because we value your time. As at this current situation, everybody is concerned of the time that they have been spending, even working from home, or some even already started working from offices and so on. So we are giving you a 60 days free cloud account for you to connect with your data and visualize it at your end. So if you are interested, if you are keen to learn more, do grab this opportunity, subscribe online and get it, visualize your data. So how to apply your promo code is a simple 3 steps only. Just visit our website and then click on the packages. You just go to the cloud, select subscribe, put in your details, put in the promo code that I have mentioned just now, and that's it. You will be able to use your account. Thank you for your time again. And I pass back to CJ. CJ?
Hi, thank you, Karen. Thank you for your insightful presentation. Thank you both, Mr. Sam and Miss Karen. So, is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up, Mr. Sam and Karen?
Let me start first. First of all, like I mentioned during the first presentation slide, the environment is really important to us. And making a decision moving towards for energy management not only help our own pocket, but it also help Mother Earth. So I really recommend you to have a look into it and please try it as well if you would like to try it further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Karen, anything from your side?
My advice would be that with the free account that we are giving now, feel free to play around with it, with your data. And if you don't try it, then you won't know it, right? So feel free to use it as long as it is free now, and then you will be able to know whether this will be applicable for you or not.
Okay, so great. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you being here. Stay tuned for our upcoming webinar in our e-newsletter, LinkedIn, and Facebook pages as well. We will have more upcoming webinar soon in the future. If you haven't followed our LinkedIn and Facebook pages, we highly recommend you to do so. Okay? So here is the end of this webinar. We will see you next time on our next webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you.